guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time. I am so sorry. I don't have an explanation. I just wasn't filming. COVID, it's just been crazy. So anyway, I know that's not the reason why you came here. If you guys can tell by today's title of today's video, we are reviewing Rare Beauty on acne prone skin. Now, I've been on YouTube for a really long time. And I feel like it's always really important to see how products work on acne prone skin. I mean, we're a part of the beauty community as well. So I'm here for the boys and the girls and the non-binary folks. I'm here for you. And I picked up the foundation, the concealer, and the primer because I was not about to pick up everything else. I am not rich, you know what I'm saying? I just not have enough coins to do all that. I got it on Klarna or whatever. Like, it's kind of like Afterpay, but it's called Klarna. I don't know how you say it. So, I was like, you know what? I can't buy everything. The blushes look so pretty though. I really wanted to get those, but yeah. Anyways, so if you have never been to my channel, I like to give you guys a little bit of information about the products before I do the review. So, before that, actually, I wanted to mention the Rare Impact Fund. Now, I thought that was really cool because they are basically donating $100 million over the next 10 years to help address the gaps in mental health services for underserved communities. I just thought that was really cool. Like, I like when a brand has like just a meaning to it. This is incredible. I know sometimes it's really difficult for a lot of us to get access to mental health. So I just think that's really cool. And I think they have more organizations they're donating to on their website, so you can check that out. But shout out to Selena for that, because I really think that's really important. Moving on to the products, I'm going to start off with the primer. The primer is called the Always and Optimist Base. It's a radiant finish. It also retails for $26. This is a smaller bottle because I was like, what if I don't like it? I'd rather just get the tiny one. So this one actually costs $14 and it has 0.5 ounces, not that bad. And the bigger bottle actually retails for $26 and it has 0.94 ounces, almost an ounce, which is cool. Moving on to the Liquid Touch Weightless foundation. I bought this foundation online and I got the wrong shade, so I had to go into Sephora and get the correct shade. I got two because I just knew I always mess up with foundations. You guys always fucking up. So like I had to go into Sephora and exchange them. So yeah, anyways, I got two. This is a weightless and breathable with a medium to full coverage, dries to a natural skin like finish, and is a serum like base. It retails for $29 and that's pretty standard price for a Sephora brand. I don't think that's too bad at all. There's way more expensive brands in Sephora. I won't even get into it. But yeah, $29. It has 1.0 fluid ounces. By the way, the entire line, I believe, is cruelty-free, vegan, paraben-free, suitable for sensitive skin, dermatologist tested, noncomedogenic. I can never say that word right. And the foundation comes in 48 shades, which is really good. Because I was thinking like, man, Selena, I'm not a huge fan of Selena. I do think that she has some bops. I do think she's beautiful. And Selena stands. Before you come into my comments, this is my opinion. You can have your opinion on your page, okay? Anyways, yeah, I was like thinking like, if she was gonna come into the beauty industry, please do it right. Please have a really good shade range, because if you don't, the girls were gonna eat you up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really glad to see that the range of this foundation is a really great one. Now moving on to the Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer. This is a lightweight hydrating concealer with a cake-free medium to full coverage that lasts while brightening the skin with a radiant finish. Now it retails for $19, 0.25 ounces, and it comes in 48, exactly like the foundation. So that's all I got. The bottles to these are really cute. It's this plastic, like I don't think it does not feel like glass at all. And then it has this really cute little ball at the top. I actually really like the packaging of this. Everybody was talking about how it reminds them of Fenty. I kind of could see that, but Fenty is glass, I think. I definitely think it's glass. It's way heavier than this. And they obviously have like a different top. I think that everybody's comparing them because of like the frost to them. But that's all I see about the brand. Like about both of the brands looking alike. Also, a lot of people were talking about how the packaging was made specifically for people who had like arthritis or lupus, because Selena does have lupus. I didn't find anywhere like online of the brand or Selena saying that, but if she did, that's incredible, of course. If this is how the top of the concealer looks, it also has that little cute ball, and it also has the frost type of bottle. So let me shut the hell up and we'll get into this review. The thing that I'm starting with first is obviously the primer. So this is how the primer bottle looks. Again, it has like that frost type of feel to it. This is the tiny one again. It has a pump, which is really, really great. I like when things have pumps because I have acne. Like I don't really like having things touch my face, which we'll get into the foundation right now because yeah. So I'm glad it has a pump to it. And the primer has this very like silvery pearlescent feel to it. So hopefully it doesn't leave that on my skin. Ooh, she feels really hydrating. Ooh, she's a little cold. Why was she cold? I don't know. My room has been a little cold because I got an AC. You know, I was waiting for that AC to come in because it's summer. It's summer all year round in California. That's like the annoying thing. Anyway, sorry. I'm getting off track. This feels really nice on the skin. It doesn't have like a sticky consistency to it. I like primers that have more so of a sticky consistency. It also doesn't feel too silicone-y. I don't think it has silicone. I don't think so. It feels more hydrating. That's all it feels like. It's not very pore filling. Also, I do have really big giant pores because of the type of acne that I have. So a lot of the times, a lot of primers don't fill in my pores because of that. So it's not the primer's fault, you know what I'm saying? So I have SPF under here and it's just like balling up. That's like the really annoying part. Anyways, the hydrating primer feels really, really good. If I was to compare it, maybe like to the Fenty one, but the Fenty one has like this very silicone feel to it. This one doesn't at all. It just feels more hydrated. Very, very nice. I don't see any like pearlescent. You know, the primer has that feel to it. It doesn't. It's more giving me more of a glow, very hydrating feel to it. Very, very nice. I like that. So we're gonna set that apart. Now for the foundations, again, I got two of them. So I got 180, and it has a W at the end, so I'm pretty sure it's 180 warm. And then I got 210 N, so again probably neutral. And again, they look like this. So I had already matched myself. I think I had matched myself to, oof, I don't even remember. We're just going to put them on the side of our cheek. So this is going to be 210. And this has the DOFA. Is that how you call it? Now, I have acne prone skin, you know what I'm saying? I really like when a foundation has a pump versus the DOFA because, you know, if for sanitizing purposes, sorry. I don't like to directly put it on my face. I am just for the sake of this video, but usually if it does have one of these, I'll put it on my hand, on a clean hand. So yeah, that's the only thing, like little complaint that I have about it. It is what it is. So let me go in with 180 first. I think I matched myself to 180 and it was actually not a bad match. So you guys can see, boom, has like a very yellowish tone to it. And then again, this is 180 and then this is 210. So I could go with either or. 210 is a little too deep for me, but I could do either or if I just blend them in like so. What do you guys think? You guys can let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. I think what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna mix both of them. Okay, that's what I'm currently gonna do. Now, since I have acne prone skin and you guys can see that I have a lot of them right here, a lot of the times when I put on foundation, it won't cling on to those parts. So it's not the foundation's fault, it's just that I have acne. And so I just want to let you guys know that it might just not stick to those parts. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna add more of the 180 and I'm just gonna do like a few dots. And this does have like a very liquid feel to it. I'm not surprised though, because it did say that it was very serum-like. I actually like foundations that are like this more so because of the fact that hydrating foundations look better on my acne-prone skin. I do not like to go in with super mattifying foundations. That's just not gonna look great on my type of skin. And then I'm gonna take 210 and dot it around my skin. Might as well use this foundation. I bought 2 of them, all right? Anything over 30 or anything above $25 to me is expensive, but that's just because I'm cheap again. And now what I'm going to do is I think I'm gonna take my beauty sponge. Maybe I'll take my brush first, like so. Ooh. Oh, the mix between the two is not a bad mix. You guys let me know what you feel, please. Because on camera it's so much different than like in person, obviously. But it's not looking too bad. Ooh. Sorry, my mirror is all the way over here. That's why I can't look at you guys. My bad. And it pretty much covered the redness on my chin. I mean, it does say it's a medium to full coverage. So you could build this foundation if you want to, but I don't think I need to add any more like layers on here. Plus, I don't like to use a lot of foundation anymore. If anything, I'll start using just one pump for my foundation. I started using one pump from my foundation because I started noticing how it just made my acne prone skin look way better when I used less foundation. Yo, this is like covering it so well. Holy smokes. The only thing is that it is not covering my nose because my nose, like foundation never clings onto my nose. It's like the most annoying part ever. I hate my nose. Okay, so now that I got that blended out with a foundation brush, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out with my beauty sponge, but it looks really good. I could see how hydrating it looks. Can you guys see how you could see the sheen? I like that. I personally like that. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys will know I like hydrating foundations more than matte. I don't have a problem with it being super hydrating since I think that's best for acne prone skin. Moving on to the concealer. Now the concealer, it's so yellow, you guys, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna try it out. I got 190W, which is warm. Again, it's yellow. And I like the dofa, is that how you say it? I feel like I keep saying it wrong. It's this slanted, but like kind of squarish, like slanted. I don't know. It just looks really nice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some right here. I'm gonna just put a little bit because I be taking way too much concealer. Like I don't need that much concealer, you know? You just need a little bit. But I am gonna put it in here like so. I'm gonna fix my nose area right now because foundation just never clings on there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just start blending this out. I don't let it sit that much anymore because my under eyes can get a little dry. And if you guys can see, it's really yellow. I don't like that. It's just the fact that I got the wrong shade, but the concealer feels really nice. It's very hydrating, which again, I really like everything just super hydrating on my face. So I feel like if I get the right shade, I'll definitely keep using this. But this is just way too yellow for me. All right, you guys, I look extremely flat right now, but that's just because I haven't contoured or anything. But this is how the finish, the foundation and the concealer look. I look so radiant. I actually really like it. Again, this is the type of foundation that I like, where it's very hydrating. I keep saying that because that's just exactly how it feels. Also, for it being a medium to full coverage and lightweight or weightless foundation, it covered all of my redness. Like you can hardly see, you can see a little bit, which I do not mind. Again, my whole thing with foundation is I'm not trying to like I don't go out of my way to cover my acne. If my acne shows, it's gonna show. I do not care anymore. Well, I can see that it's a bit drying on my chin area, and that again is because sometimes foundations on my acne or active acne just doesn't cling onto those parts. So I don't mind at all. But these parts of my cheeks areas, they look so good. So I'm gonna finish my face and then I'll show you how it looks and then we'll do updates throughout. All right, you guys, so this is the finished completed look. I just put on some mascara and a lip. I actually don't wear makeup at all, but since I'm gonna be wearing it throughout the whole day, I just wanted to do something very, very simple. I'm probably even gonna take out the lip later on. But my foundation, my base looks pretty good. Again, I will say that this side of my chin area, it looks a little dry, and that's because of my acne. But like my cheeks and my forehead look pretty damn good. My under eyes look really yellow, and again, it's because the concealer was really yellow. It's a very warm concealer. I need to go and find like a different shade. But like overall, it looks really good. You can't, if you are oily, you might not like this foundation, just because it does kind of give me that hydrating feel. I did set just my forehead and like my T-zone, and obviously my under eyes, but everything else I did not. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys updates throughout the day. I also wanted to mention one of my friends' collabs that he just came out with this. It's this beautiful face palette. He has 4, I believe. I think so. But the range of these face palettes are so good. A lot of the times, deeper complexions cannot find like bronzers and contours that they can use. So he came out with them and they are so, like, the range is so good. By the way, it is Neon MUA on Twitter, on Instagram, and on YouTube, aka Darius, that's his name. So make sure that you check them out because they're really good. That's what I have all over, like bronze all over my face, except for the blush. I didn't put highlight. I cannot live without these two, especially the contour shade is just perfect. Sometimes I overdo it, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, you can get this on Midas Cosmetics. And if you guys want, you can use my code Rocio. It is affiliate link or a code, so I do make commission off of it. But it's really good. I thought I would mention it because I've been wearing the shit out of it. And Neon MUA Darius has done a fantastic job, and I feel like he just deserves so much more recognition for that. Because brands and their lack of shades for like bronzers and contours is not doing it. So he had to come out and do it. Anyways, I'll give you guys updates on this foundation throughout the day.
All right, you guys, so it's currently 4:35 or something like that, and this is how the foundation is looking. I'm outside so you guys can really get like a close-up of it. So here's my chin area. She's looking a little dry again. That's my like really problematic area, and the area that I break out the most. So that's how it's looking. It's holding up pretty well. I'm pretty like surprised. Here's my like the top of my lip, not bad either. I'm a little oily, and it could be because the foundation again is a very like hydrating foundation. It's a serum like foundation, but oh my god, it looks so good. Like I just feel like this is gonna be my like go-to foundation for sure because it looks really nice on my skin. So this is the oh, and here's the concealer. I don't really care much for the concealer. I feel like I've used better, but she's not bad. I wish I could have got just like my perfect like shade for my concealer, but that's how it's looking. It looks pretty good to me. What do you guys think? All right, so I'll see you guys in a few. All right, you guys, so here is the second update. It is around 7 o'clock, I think. The sun has gone down, so I can give you guys like a close-up outside, which I kind of think is better because you can really see the skin. I mean, you can see the skin right now. Anyways, here is how my face is looking. I'm gonna zoom you guys in. I'm very oily over here, and then my mascara has kind of like, it just looks a little messy, but I'm very oily. It still looks really nice. Right here it's already started to kind of break up. It still looks pretty dry. It doesn't look too bad, but yeah. And then my forehead looks pretty good. Again, I'm just pretty like oily already, but then again, remember that this foundation is a hydrating foundation, a very serum like foundation. but so far so good. I'll come back with my last update. Alright guys, so it's currently 40 something, and this is my last update before I switch to my Canon camera. I just wanted to give you guys like a last look of this look, or this foundation and concealer. So let's zoom in. I ate and then I reapplied my foundation and I cleaned up the edges, so it looks like really clean right here. But if you guys can see, the foundation definitely has kind of broken apart right here. It's still very dry down here because of my acne, and that's the reason why the foundation has broken up as well, because of my acne. So just remember that it's because of my acne. I keep saying it, but I have to emphasize that. It's the same thing right here. It's a little broken up, not too bad as like my chin area. Cheeks look so good, just they got really oily. Very, very good. Nose area is a little broken up as well, especially around these areas. I also kept going like this because I ate like spicy ramen. I'm looking in the mirror, sorry. I ate spicy ramen, so I kept like getting watery down there, or runny. The under eyes, I actually really like it. It looks pretty, it looks decent. My forehead, I really like the way my forehead looks as well. And so that's how the foundation looks after what, 8 hours. And let's switch over to my Canon camera.
So you guys saw the last update, which is what my face is looking like right now. Honestly, my final thoughts on, I'm going to start off with the primer. I don't really care for the primer because I feel like I found cheaper alternatives for really expensive primers. Like I just don't have the need or the want to buy an expensive primer. If I already have the Jelly Pop Dew Primer, I like primers that are sticky, and this one's also hydrating. And so that's why I just feel like I don't really care for it. Now, as far as like the feel of it, I really liked it, again, because it's a hydrating primer. It's not very pore filling, so it's not gonna fill my pores. It doesn't have that silicone feel to it, which a lot of people don't like and they don't prefer. But if you like an illuminating primer and you have more drier skin, you'll probably like this a lot. So yeah, the primer, she was cool. You guys know I like to rate things, so I'll probably give this like a solid 7 out of 10. Okay, so then moving on to the foundation. Oh my god, I spit. The foundation is so good, you guys. I think by far this is probably gonna be one of my favorites, next to the Fenty hydrating foundation and the Makeup Forever foundation sticks. Those are like my holy grail. But these are so good. Oh my god, I feel like it held up so well on my acne prone skin. Like it looks so nice. Other than the fact that, like, yes, it's just it's a little wacky looking on my chin, but it's because of my acne that I have on there. But all of the areas, like except for that part of my skin, look pretty good, if I say so myself. Like it definitely lives up to its name, a weightless foundation. Like I feel like it was like second skin. Like it doesn't feel heavy. Oh my god, I need to shut off my phone. I am so sorry. Yeah, and then I really like the serum feel of the foundation. I prefer hydrating foundations. If you do not like hydrating foundations and you are more on the oily side, you might not like it, but I will say that if you are on the oily side and you want to try the foundation, I would just say set the parts of your face that you get the most oily in. Also, if you have acne prone skin and you're oily, I definitely would prefer that you would try a hydrating foundation, because hydrating foundations on our skin types look way better. I feel like matte foundations tend to emphasize your skin, so I stay away from. I'd rather have my face looking oily and with the hydrating foundation than have it look really matte and cakey and have the matte foundation emphasize my skin and my texture. I do not like mattifying foundation. So yeah, the only thing that I would say about this foundation is I just don't like that it doesn't have a pump. I prefer a pump rather than like I just can't say it, the little thingy. Because again, I have acne and I have active acne, so I don't like the application touching my face and then I have to put it back in. It's just for sanitizing purposes, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, I really genuinely like the foundation. I think the formula is really good and I'm gonna keep using it. Also, I forgot to mention that you have to shake it before you use it because it is a serum like foundation. It's a bit more watery, and I prefer that in foundations again, because I keep saying I keep telling you guys I like hydrating foundations, but those are just my favorite on my skin. And that pretty much showed throughout the video how my skin looked a little bit more healthy and natural. And with mattifying foundations, it's just, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I just can't do it. So I rate this a 10 out of 10. It is a solid foundation. I really like it. Selena did her thing, and then not to mention the shade range is amazing. I genuinely really like it, and I would pick it up again. Moving on to the concealer. The formula is not bad. You know what I'm saying? I just got the wrong shade. It was too yellow. I really like also the applicator on this. I think it's really interesting. I've never seen an applicator that is like this. You know what this reminds me of? So have you guys seen the brow definer by ABH? You know how it's very thin at the top and then it's like, it goes like slanted? That's basically what this is, but just like larger. I like that. I like the applicator to this. It's very different. I've never seen that before. But yeah, the concealer wasn't too bad. Like if you guys saw my under eyes, it just emphasizes my little wrinkles that I have under there. But like she looked pretty good, I think, in my opinion. It was just the color that was off. But that's about it. I give that, we'll go ahead and give that a 9 out of 10, because she wasn't bad at all. I just wouldn't pick it up maybe because I'm cheap, you know. But if I had money, I would, you know. Packaging, 10 out of 10. I like the packaging. I think the packaging is really beautiful. I like it. She's a solid 10. But yeah, that's about it on all my thoughts. I will leave all of the information about this collection down below, because she did come out with more stuff. I just obviously didn't pick them up or mention it in this video. But if you guys want to know what else she came out with lip balms, lip creams, liquid blush, liquid luminizer, a mist, a blotting paper, a powder puff, a liquid liner, a brow pencil, which I really want to try because it looks like the brow definer from ABH, a foundation brush, a sponge, and a concealer brush. So that's all of the other stuff that she came out with. And yeah, please make sure you check out the Rare Impact Fund. If you want to read up more about, mental health and stuff. I thought that was really amazing that she put that in there and that it's a part of her brand. I think she did a really great job. Not gonna lie, I was a little critical about finding out that she, as a celebrity, was coming out with a brand. I'm always very like, why? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I was like, why? Because sometimes you do feel like it is just a cash grab. But I really like her message in this, and she seems like a really genuine, kind person. Like, she's very interested in this, and I like the Rare Impact Fund. I just think it's really important, again, for those that struggle with mental health. I really appreciate, again, when it comes to celebrity brands, I've started to think about the fact that they have the money to create the brand. You cannot stop someone from creating something that they want to do when they have the funds to do it, you know what I'm saying? Or when they have the opportunity to do it. So that's what I really think about that. But yeah, I'm rambling too much. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm back. I'll be back to making videos. Also, if you guys want vlogs, I've been wanting to do vlogs for so long. I'm talking too much now. Anyways, I've been wanting to do vlogs for so long. So if you guys want to see vlogs from me, please let me know. And let me know what you think about the brand in the comments down below. Be kind. You don't have to be rude. You're free to give your opinion, but be respectful while you're doing it. And make sure you like and subscribe. I never say that, but I thought I would start saying it since I'm back, so make sure you like and subscribe this video. It helps me a lot, you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye guys.